Shout out to the IE, man. We making moves. The calamari before the surf and turf comes out. You know, I love bringing fathers back into homes. You know, bringing husbands back into homes, bringing entrepreneurship back into Black communities. Like,
Bryce, thank you so much for meeting with me. You have a lot of great stuff happening right now. So I know you just dropped a single with G Perico, No Sleep in the City. It's doing numbers right now, but you're also gearing up to release a new project. How excited are you right now?
extremely. I just feel it really kind of be like hard to even put in words, to be honest, because I was in the deal with Motown. That lasted about a year. It was dope for what it was, which was really just the noise. I really used that deal for the noise and the announcement and to kind of get everybody back excited and more excited for my solo journey. But getting out of that space and being able to kind of just release our music how we want with our team and just roll it out the way that we feel confident, it feels the best, you know, because like to me in those spaces, there's no way to lose, you know, there's no like failure. There's no frustration. The frustration levels are lower because we're like taking risk on our own ideas. And so if we like don't get as far as we may wish we did, at least it's like shit that we wanted to do versus like a gang of the labels ideas or something. And then the shit not work. That feels so much worse. You know, it feels so much worse when you go with someone else's idea and it doesn't work versus like your own idea and it doesn't work. So it's feeling amazing.
I love that. I love that perspective. Now, you wear many, many hats. I mean, you are not just a rapper, you are a producer, a writer, a programmer, an entrepreneur. So you are super, super busy, but you are focusing solely on your rap career right now. Is that correct? Do you find it hard to like switch gears at all? Like if you're making a song, how do you turn off your producer mindset and wear your rapper hat?
Right. So honestly, I wear them all. I have to. So I don't even get the ability to just focus solely on rap. Like this morning, we were on a 45-minute Zoom call with my nonprofit. So I was on a call with my board members for about 40 minutes doing that. Had to speak with a promoter for a concert that we're doing. So it's like I'm an entrepreneur, and you know, I do a lot of things outside of music that I don't have the luxury of kind of like being able to step away from, because if I step away from it, it could potentially die out, you know, depending on what it is, or run out of gas, or people may lose motivation and things like that. So unfortunately, I don't really get the option and opportunity often of like turning off hats or anything. What I did have to do though is I stepped away from like 2 of my businesses like December, November, just to free up space, time, and energy, you know, for the music, more energy and time for the music, for the clothing brand, Color Clothing, that we're more getting focused in and launching, because it's more than just price merch, right? Color Clothing is actual brand that eventually will be in Barney's and Nordstrom's and all across the world. So that's like, we're really brick by brick building these things out, and it takes a lot of passion and time. So saying that to say, I'm just going nonstop, to be honest. Yeah.
You're like the Energizer Bunny. I love it.
Unlimited. Yeah, facts.
Let's talk about the music a little bit and your new LP that's going to be dropping very, very soon. Do you have a favorite track off the project? Your absolute favorite?
Do I have a favorite track off the project? No, man, it changes every day, Hayley. Like literally nuts. Like every time I listen to the project, it changes, you know, but I do love there's a lot of songs I love a lot. Like I love Backslide Cypher, the Backslide Cypher right now. I'm like, bang, that's what I'm about to shoot content to too. But I love that. I love the song with me and Spank Nitty a lot. Red Cups. I love Red Cups. I love the project. I love the music. Like realistically, to be honest, I genuinely, and I know like kind of like everybody say this, but I hope everyone means it, right? I don't really put out music that I don't like. So I really genuinely be like loving all the music, you know what I mean? And so for me, I don't be caring what's the single. I tell my team, like, whatever one y'all feel like is y'all favorite, we can make that single. Like, I don't be caring because I think they all singles to me. So yeah, I don't really have a favorite right now.
I love that. It's refreshing to hear somebody so passionate about the music they're putting out, you know? So I love to hear that. What was kind of your creative process when making this? What was your inspiration?
So, this is really a prelude, which I can say this now because it's cool. Because we're like at the end of, we're kind of coming to the end of this saga, the No Sleep in the City saga. So it really is a prelude to my like debut album, true album, called City, C.I.T.Y. So my whole idea and mindset with creating No Sleep in the City was kind of just getting something ready for a city. Like, what is something I could put together, like the calamari before the surf and turf comes out? I love using that reference. That's what No Sleep in the City is. It's just the calamari before the steak. And I wanted to intentionally like make like West Coast up tempo records and just the shit that kind of like I grew up on, my people, my sound, like we grew up on, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm from here and every place has a sound. Atlanta has a sound, New York has a sound, Jersey has a sound now, Bronx has a sound, London has a sound, you know what I mean? Canada has a sound.
Yeah.
And California has a sound. And it's up tempo. It's 98 to 102 BPM driven, and but it's true to us. This is the shit that we played in house parties growing up and things like that. This is what our moms, if our parents out here hear any of the music that be like up tempo like that, they don't even got to know the words. They just love the beats because that's where we come from. So I wanted to create a body of work that embodied that, but at a higher level. So I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure that it's quality though. So my mindset overall with No Sleep in the City was getting people geared up for City, the album.
I love that. I can't wait for that. My last question for you, and it's just, what is your biggest goal for yourself in your solo career as a rapper?
My biggest goal as a solo rapper, I say this all the time. I keep saying this, so I'm going to say it here. My ultimate goal is just to be number one all across the spectrum, as far as the charts, as far as the numbers, as far as like the go-to artist at the time. I'm not stopping until I'm number one, until I'm sitting in the seat that Drake is sitting in, so that I have the power and the voice. Once you have that, when you have the type of leverage that a Drake can have, or Cole, or any of these dudes who may be like number one in people's minds, they really have power. They have the power. They have like their voices are excelling past everyone else's. Their voices are just the loudest. And so then at that point, it's like, what are you saying? What are you telling the people? What are you pushing them to do? How are you inspiring them? What type of information are you filling them with? How are you watering them? And that's like what I've always like analyzed with everyone. I don't want to be number one to be number one. I'm already that in my city. I'm already that to my family. I'm already that to my sons, to my, I'm already number one. But I need to be number one to the world so that when I speak, when I tell my people to unify, or hey, we're not even doing that. We're starting this. We're not supporting this no more. We're doing this. In like in a solution-based mindset and pure energy, like we're not, let's say if it was the Grammys, and I'm just using an example, but it's like, okay, let's say the Grammys just did something just recklessly foul, or like how like Gucci put out that crazy ad with the child. It's like having the real power to use your voice and be like, yo, we're not rocking with that. And this is what we are rocking with. And it's okay to not rock with that, and not be scared because you have the power. You know what I mean? So that's my ultimate goal, man. My ultimate goal is to use this car, which is music, to get me to the real destination which is like revolutionizing my people, revolutionizing people, bringing love back into people's like hearts and lifestyles, bringing fathers back into homes, you know, bringing husbands back into homes, bringing entrepreneurship back into Black communities, like, and not even back, bringing it to Black communities because it's just never really been there. You know, helping and healing the homelessness in my community and across the world. Like, there's so much that we want to do and that we are doing and been doing. You know, I've been had a restaurant for 7-8 years. I had a restaurant when Nipsey had a store. You know, I've been having food trucks, nonprofits, gym, barbershops, multiple different businesses because I'm so hell bent on entrepreneurship. My biggest problem is I was kind of quiet. So now we're just speaking more, we're showcasing it more, we're spreading the word more and letting it be known as possible and possible to do it coming out the IE. So that's our goal.
I love all of that. I love that you have these bigger picture goals aside from just, oh yeah, I want to have a number on the charts. Like, no, you want to actually make change. And I love that.
100%. Thank
you so much for meeting with me. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you, and we good. I mean, if you got any more questions, I'm here. You know, it's no rush, but your energy is awesome. You know, I super am like always extremely grateful and just humbled by anybody who wants to like talk to me, you know, about my shit, my music, my thoughts, my ideas. You know what I mean? I think that's fucking sick, and it's kind of like just what I always dreamed of as a kid. So every interview, I'm just very appreciative of. So.